Alan doesn't talk about him?
Nope.
No contact with him?
I know he threatened to kill him one time.
Alan threatened to kill him, or
Not in front of me.
Or he threatened to kill Alan? Or mutual?
Wendy threw a big scene at Red Lobster, from what they told me, when she found him and his girlfriend while they were married.
This is Miriam Helmick. On June 10th, 2008, Miriam returns home from a morning out to find her husband Alan Helmick on the kitchen floor with a gunshot wound to the back of the head. Miriam calls 911, begging for help. Operators guide her through performing CPR on Alan, but it's no help. He's already passed away. When Mesa County, Colorado police arrive at the scene, they launch a homicide investigation and process the crime scene. The house appears to have been ransacked, but detectives begin to suspect that the scene has been staged. Officers also note that Miriam appears strangely calm and doesn't have blood on her clothes that would be consistent with performing CPR on Alan. Starting to suspect that there's more to this grieving widow than meets the eye, detectives bring Miriam down to the station for a full police interrogation. At this point, police have no idea how twisted this real-life horror story will become.
Once again, if I could just reiterate what Investigator Hibbenstraight said, thank you for coming down and helping us get to the bottom of this. We appreciate it. It's Miriam, right?
Yes.
And what's your date of birth, Miriam?
1/26/57.
Okay.
Investigators gather Miriam's contact information.
Okay, I know this is going to be very, very difficult. And can you start with what happened this morning? What happened when you got up this morning?
Got up at 6.
Usually pretty early. Okay.
We have to feed the horses.
Okay. How many horses do you have?
6.
6. Okay.
Here, and then we have 3 training at our trainer's place in Loma.
Okay. So you got up at 6. You and Alan get up at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. Is that pretty consistent?
Very.
Okay. Are you employed or Alan employed outside of the house?
Self-employed, and I'm not employed. He takes care of me.
Okay. And you say Alan's self-employed. What does he do?
He does land development.
Okay. And the company name?
It's just Alan Helmick.
Okay. And what happened after you got up this morning?
I made coffee and we went out and had coffee and a cigarette and talked about what we're going to do the rest of the day. He always makes a list for himself. I don't.
Okay. Is it a list, like a piece of paper list?
Tons.
Okay. Did he make a list this morning of what he needed to do?
He made it last night.
Okay. And what was on that list that he needed to do today?
He needed to go by Grand Valley Power. We're developing the properties in front of the house. We're splitting them all. So he needed to go by Grand Valley Power to talk to them about the utility easement.
Okay.
And then first thing he was going to service his truck.
Where was he going to service his truck?
At so they're near Big O Tires. Starts with an S.
Which Big O Tire?
On Highway 6 and 50.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't remember the name.
That's okay. But it's up there.
Yes, I think it starts with this. So you have because he was going to get a Colorado fishing license at the same time at the Sportsman's place, and it's right down from that. Okay. So he takes it in every 3,000 miles or so. He's a little over this time. Has it done up?
Is there more than one truck that he drives, or
No, just
okay.
that truck.
Which truck is his?
His is the Chevrolet. Okay, I don't know the years of any of those cars. They're all
Are they different colors?
Oh, it's red. It's kind of maroon.
Maroon.
And then we have a little farm truck that never leaves the property.
Okay. And that's quite a bit older than the Chevy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's still plodding along. And then we have. He's only got the 2 trucks. Those two.
So you're both there this morning. Anybody else there at the house?
No, Josh had already gone to work.
Who's Josh?
Josh is son-in-law. He's married to Portia, and he stays with us when he's not on call, or when he's on call with Halliburton.
Okay, so Josh works in Halliburton.
Mhm.
What's Josh's last name?
Vigil, Vigil.
Okay, what time did he leave?
He left before 6 because he was gone when we got up.
Okay. Does he have a cell phone number?
I never call him. I always call Portia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember Portia's number?
It's in my phone.
Okay.
It's
Don't have your phone with you.
596.
596 number? Okay. Just Josh lives there, or does Portia live there with you?
No, she lives in Delta.
Okay. But Josh stays with you? Explain that.
He stays downstairs. Downstairs we have it's like an apartment, kind of. It's 3 bedrooms with a little kitchenette area and stuff.
Okay.
And he stays down there. In fact, when he's home, we never see him.
So he kind of lives downstairs. What's your relationship with Josh?
It's okay. I mean, he's not. It's normal. I mean, we're not real chatters.
Okay.
He's kind of always been that way, though.
And Portia is
Alan's
Alan's
daughter.
daughter. And how old's Portia?
Oh, I want to say she's still getting all the ages. We've only been married 2 years, and I still get them all confused. I think she's 35.
Okay. And she lives in Delta.
Yeah.
Are there other children?
He has a daughter, Christy.
Okay. How old's Christy?
Christy is all between 30 and 35.
Okay.
She's the middle one, and she lives in Seattle, Washington.
And is there another child?
There is Wendy.
And
She's 31, I believe.
what's Wendy's last name?
She's changed it back to Helmicks. She got divorced and changed it back.
And where does she live?
She lives in Denver.
Okay. Okay, so those are the only 3 children. Do you have any children?
I have a son in Florida,
Son in Florida. And what's his name?
Jason
Jason. And his last name?
Giles.
Is that your maiden name, Giles?
It's my other married name.
Okay. Perfect. What was your name before it was Helmick?
Morgan.
Morgan? Okay. Morgan?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Kind of got all the family dynamics. Okay. So the only other person that would live in the house is Josh. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. Nobody else was living there at this time.
No.
Okay. And he stays there 7 days?
No, he works, I think, 30 hours at a time. He drives a truck for him. So he's on call, so he could be there 1 day or he could be there 2. Like, he was gone all weekend. So, he left Friday and got back Monday night. This is Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And then, he was gone before we got up this morning. So,
Okay. You guys are up this morning. Did you both go out and feed the horses?
yes, we always do.
Okay. Something you guys enjoy doing?
It's quicker when we both do it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we enjoy it.
And then what happened? Then what did you do?
We came upstairs. We had coffee for a little while, so we came upstairs. It was about cleaning stalls, and it was about 8 o'clock when we got back upstairs.
Okay.
And I had some errands I needed to run today, so he was we would meet later, so he got in the shower and got dressed, and I knew I could shower later, and I went ahead and took off because I wanted to get it all done before lunch.
Okay. What time did you leave?
Probably about 8:15.
Okay. Prior to leaving, did you and Alan talk about anything or have any dialogue between each other?
Just what he was doing for the day. I asked him, told him I was going by the grocery store. he said he would drop his prescription off so I could pick it up. And that he talked about going on a diet. And I wanted to know if he wanted me to bring him like salads this time or what. He wasn't real particular and he didn't really answer that. I think he was still trying to decide. So I went ahead and left.
Okay.
And went to Orchard Mesa Market.
Okay.
Bought 2 packs of cigarettes and got a drink.
Okay. What vehicle are you in?
Oh, I took the blue Oldsmobile.
Okay.
It has a white convertible top.
And that's the vehicle that you drive mainly?
Actually, no. We do a lot of stuff together. Well, we have a car in the shop, so we only use that as a last resort. It belonged to his previous wife who passed away, and so I didn't use it unless I absolutely had to. He didn't care, but still, I felt kind of funny about it.
You mentioned Alan's wife passed away. How long ago was that?
I think that was about a year and a half before I met him.
Okay. Danny, do you have anything?
What kind of vehicle does Josh drive?
I don't know the make of it. It's just a beat up old blue truck with, it might be a Chevrolet, I don't know, but it's old. It's older than ours. It looks that way anyway.
It's older than your farm truck? Okay.
It could be.
Okay. Is he the only owner on that truck?
I don't, which truck?
On the blue truck that he drives?
Oh, probably so,
Okay, it's not in your name
No.
either. Okay, it would just be in Josh's name.
I don't know what time Josh left this morning. I just know that we got a things going.
Okay. So you go to Orchard Mesa Market and you buy, did you say cigarettes and a drink? Okay. How much time do you spend there at the market?
It took a couple minutes. And then I talked to my trainer for about 30 minutes on the phone, and I kind of sat there in the parking lot.
Okay, who's your trainer?
Her name is Sue Boulware. Sue, Boulware.
Spell that one more time for me. Whew.
Boulware.
Okay. And she's out of where?
Loma.
Loma. Okay. And you talked to her where?
That's it at the Orchard Mesa Market on the phone.
On the phone?
I don't
Okay.
like to talk and drive.
Okay.
I can't.
That divided attention.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys talk about?
We talked about his granddaughter's taking writing lessons and about the timing of her lesson on Friday, step 1 on Friday. And then it was general chit chat about writing clothes, and was looking to buy another pair of breeches, and just little odds and ends things, because
Okay.
I'm not a big chatter, but
You seem to be a pretty quiet person. Okay. You always been quiet?
yes.
Okay.
Well, kind of sort of.
Kind of, sort of. You finished talking with Sue, and then what do you do?
I went to Walmart.
Okay.
I needed to buy some shirts.
Okay.
Barn shirts that I could get dirty. I've been using up all my clean ones.
Okay.
And they had them on sale, so I thought I'd pick up 5 or 6 of them. And along the way, I called Alan to ask him, since I was there, I might as well shop, for groceries. And what did he want me to pick up?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't call back, so I just went ahead and got the shirts because I didn't want to shop more than once if I didn't have to,
Did he answer, or did you leave a message, or
I got his voicemail.
you got a voicemail?
Yeah.
Did you leave him a message?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And so you continue shopping, and then what do you do?
I went from there to, I needed a really big bag of carrots for horses. So I had to go over to Safeway, the ones who carry it.
Okay.
Then I went and got those.
Which Safeway did you go to?
The one on Horizon.
Okay.
And he always argues with me about going over there. But they're the only ones who, and I don't mind driving over to get them.
Why does anyone want you to go over there to?
Too far to drive to get carrots.
Okay.
He said I could waste a gallon of gas, and it was just the cost difference between how much gas I was going to get there. I always laughed at it.
Okay.
I still got them.
You still got them? Okay. Then what happened?
I went from there. I still hadn't heard from him. And then I went from there to Orchard, Mesa City Market to pick up his prescription.
Okay. What time is it now?
I don't remember. It was, by that time it was, I probably got there about 10, around 10.
Okay. You went there to get his prescription.
And they said he hadn't shown up to get it. They know him. He hadn't come in and dropped it off. So I did a small amount of grocery shopping. I figured I was just went and got the things I needed.
Okay.
And while I was there, instead of running around to another grocery store. So I had to pick up some coloring books for the girls, for grade babies, because they're coming this weekend. So I went by starts with an H. It's a bookstore, a video store.
Hallmark?
No.
Hastings?
Yes.
Okay. Which Hastings did you go to?
The one where your Kmart.
Okay.
I went in there and bought a book and some coloring books.
Okay. At this time, has he called you back yet?
No.
Is that odd?
Yes, it's odd. But I figured with the number of stops he had to make today to do things that he probably got stuck somewhere. He was trying to make an appointment to go by the attorney that was looking at some of his land easements.
Mm-hmm.
He's got more than our property that he's doing, and so he was, I don't always know what he's doing with the property though, I just know he has to go and do those things.
How much property do you have?
He's got the house, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to split, he's trying to split that up into 3 lots in front of the house.
Okay.
And then he's got he's doing a project in Clifton, but it's not, they can't split it, so it's not his yet until he gets it platted.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what he talked about. It's kind of
Right.
as soon as that happens, then he buys it,
Oh, okay.
because they won't let him buy it without being able to split it. At least that's what I think. So he had and is trying to develop water down in the bottom of the property because we have a lot of groundwater, and then we have the creek. And he was going to go by and talk to USGF grants, and he was talking about getting a grant or loan or something from them to
US what?
it's one of those farm groups, USDF, I think, or
Okay.
something like that. You know, all that's on his list. He had like 10 stops to make today.
Wow, he had a pretty big list, just
Yeah.
like you did.
Yeah.
So you're at Hastings near Kmart. You're getting coloring books for the grandchildren.
Right.
Which daughter is coming to visit?
Christy.
Okay. Christy from Seattle?
Right.
Okay. So how long are you at Hastings?
Probably about 20 minutes or
Okay.
so, because I had about 5 minutes before I had to meet him I pitted around there until it was time to meet him at 11 o'clock at the Chinese place.
Which Chinese place?
That was it's the big buffet. That big buffet there. Oh hell, I don't know what it's called anymore. So we call it the pig pen ourselves. But I think it's called Do China Wall or something like that.
Okay. It's not on North Avenue?
It is on North.
Okay. Is it located on North Avenue?
Yes.
Okay. It's not the one on 28 1/4 Road where you drive off near AutoZone and it's back behind there?
I don't know about that.
Okay. All right. So it's the one off North Avenue. Do you remember the cross street on that?
No.
Okay. Is it
I don't
on
think there is a
is it on the
cross
east? Is it on the east side of town? East.
Oh,
east
don't
of,
ask me.
Okay,
East,
don't ask.
north, south, or west.
Is it back towards Whitewater?
As you're leaving Hastings, it's to the right
Okay,
on North.
on North Avenue. Okay.
He does
I
that
know
to me
which
all
one
the
you're
time.
talking
He
about.
does that to me all the time. Turn west and go south and do this, and I just left, right.
How long did you wait at the China restaurant?
I waited there until about 10:15 or 11:15
Okay.
because normally he's right on time or early or whatever. And since he hadn't called me back, I thought he was caught up somewhere to be. So I left him a message and told him I was going home in case he decided to meet me there anyway, that I wasn't going to be there.
Okay.
But I was not happy that he hadn't called me back at that point.
Pretty upset with him?
I'm not really upset, but kind of miffed, Because
Disappointed?
normally, because normally he's like Johnny on the spot.
Okay. Where'd you go then?
Went home. I didn't stop anywhere. Went home.
Okay. Can you tell me the route you drove home?
I went,
I'm trying to get a timeline of your
Okay.
movement, okay?
the quickest way from there for me to get home was to go down north
Okay.
to 30 Road, or the underpass.
Okay.
And then I went down and took a left on D Road. I'm bad with road names. I know how to get there from here and I'll show me the way once and I'm good. Then took a right on 32 Road.
Okay.
Went to the light and took 50 all the way home.
What time do you think you got home?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was probably about 11:30, 11:45.
Okay.
However long it took me to get there, I don't remember.
When you're driving up to the house, Miriam, you're driving, you turn on Seminole Road, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're driving up. What are you seeing as you're driving up?
The same thing as I always, everything's normal. The garage doors, I closed the garage door before that. And I saw his truck and I was going to go in and give him a piece of my mind at that point.
We're standing you up for lunch. Huh?
Yes.
Not calling you.
Mm-hmm.
And what
I
happened?
saw him on the floor.
What happens? What happens then? When you go into the house,
I saw him on the floor and
okay?
he wasn't moving. So we knelt down beside him and shook him. And then I saw blood under his head. I didn't know what happened. So I picked up the phone and called 911. And when I did that, I looked around and saw that there was stuff out of place. The drawers were open. My first thought was Alan, on the floor. And they kept me on the phone and tried to make it breathe. Was it gonna work?
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to back you up a little bit. I'm gonna have to walk you to maybe get a better idea of what happened, okay? You drive up. Okay, and what do you do with your car?
I opened the garage door
Okay,
and I parked
anything
my car inside.
unusual in the garage? Okay. You go from the garage, is it a detached garage or
No,
attached?
It's attached.
Okay, so you access the house how?
I took 2 of my bags and walked in through the back door in the garage through the laundry room.
Okay, so that takes you in through the laundry room, okay? When you walk in through the laundry room, tell me what your house looks like from there.
Through the laundry room, basically it's a wall. I mean, you see wall,
Okay,
and you have to kind of turn to the right to see into the kitchen a little bit.
okay.
And
Did you go to the kitchen area?
I always go there and put my purse down.
Okay, and is that what you did today?
Yes.
So that was normal for you to walk
Yes.
in, put your purse and your bags down?
I didn't put my purse and bags in the kitchen. I saw him and I dropped them
Okay, where was Alan?
on the kitchen floor.
Okay.
He has a desk against the wall, and he was laying sort of catty-cornered away from the desk.
Okay. What position was Alan in?
He was on his back.
He was laying on his back? Describe what position his body was in, how he was laying.
His desk was against the wall like this.
Let me do this. I'm a visual person,
Okay.
okay? Are you all right with drawing that?
We have a desk here that's built into the wall with my computer on it.
Okay.
And then he has a desk that he made here on top of 2 file cabinets and a chair. And he was kind of like this.
Okay. And where are you standing when you see him?
Right here, right when I get out of the laundry room to the doorway.
Okay, so if I put an X right here for you, that's approximately where you were standing.
Mhm.
Okay, and this is a computer,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a desk.
Right.
And this is Alan.
Mm-hmm.
And where is his head and where is he?
His head is here.
Okay. And his feet.
And his feet are here.
Okay.
And his arms were.
Okay. So he's kind of laying there like this.
His left arm was out like this.
Okay, so his left arm
I
is.
knew his right arm because I was trying to. I think it was leaning up against the cabinet that was. There's a liquor cabinet there.
Okay, so there's a liquor cabinet here
Mm-hmm.
behind where his head would be.
Right.
Okay. Then what?
Then I couldn't wake him up. And I called 911.
Okay.
And they asked me to start CPR and chest compression.
Okay. What else are you seeing here? Are you seeing any weapons, anything out of the ordinary, anything?
I didn't look.
Okay.
I saw his wallet laying on the floor.
Okay, his wallet was on the floor. Okay, where was his wallet?
It was like right around here. Right around here.
Okay.
And I saw the drawers pulled out.
Which drawers were pulled out, Miriam?
Drawers from the desk here. I don't know how many, I just saw them pulled out.
Okay, do you keep important papers here?
No.
Okay.
All the important papers are on his desk.
Or over here?
Yeah.
Okay. So his wallet opened or closed? Or do you remember?
I don't remember. It's a cloth wallet, so it's not like when you carry your pocket. It's it was open straight.
Okay, it was laying, it folds, was it a bifold? And it was laying
No, it's
open?
just one of those travel things that he always carried because it was always laid out. He could throw it around.
Okay. What does he carry in his wallet?
He has credit cards, fishing licenses. His license to get into the national park. Near Powell. Cash, lots of receipts.
How much cash does he normally carry on him?
He only gets $400 at a time. He gave me 2 today, so.
For shopping?
And he gave me a credit card to use if I needed it, but I didn't need it, so.
Okay, what credit cards does he carry?
He carries 2. One is Bank of America. It's white, and he gave me the one with the lower limit on it.
A little red ribbon on it?
Lower limit.
Oh, the lower limit on it. And what establishment does that belong to?
It's also Bank of America.
Both of them are Bank of America. Okay, and he is the primary card holder?
Yeah,
He's
I'm not on his account, so he gives it to me to use if I need gas or something.
Okay.
Yeah, when we were married 2 years, for the kid's sake, because I was younger than he was, we did a prenup.
Okay.
Everything his is his. Everything mine is mine. He has more than I do.
Okay. In the prenup, explain. I don't know that much about prenups. Tell me about yours. What you and Ellen did.
Just saying that I did not have any legal claim to anything that he owned.
Okay.
I think that's in a nutshell. I'd have to look at it again to see what all it said verbiage-wise.
Okay.
It was pretty cut and dried. But
Yeah.
that was my suggestion.
Your suggestion?
Yeah, because his daughters were learning to like me, and I wanted to make sure that, I loved him and I didn't care about anything else, and that this would kind of ease the pain a little bit, because they'd lost their mother a couple years before.
That has to be very difficult, not only for them, but for you also.
I think I always told him his kids come first. If they needed him, he should be there, because I would do the same thing for my son. And that, so that we should do that and let them know, so that they still had some issues on some things they wanted from their mother, and I think they thought I was going to come in and take the china, basically, and I asked him to give the china to his daughters, and he said, no, I'm not going to do that, but I don't use it.
When you're walking in here, Miriam,
Okay.
anything missing that you can, you walk in and you see Alan. Do you see anything out of the ordinary when you left this morning at 8:15?
No, I don't. Just that drawers are open and a garbage can was turned over. And my desk is such a mess that it probably wouldn't have made any difference.
Which desk is yours?
Mine,
The computer area over here? Okay.
There's horse stuff and house stuff, other stuff needs to be filed.
Anything missing off his desk that you saw?
I didn't look.
Okay. You pick up the phone and call 911.
Right.
What do you tell the operator?
Tell him that. Yeah. I don't remember now.
Okay. If you don't remember, that's okay. Okay.
I don't remember.
Were the doors to the house locked or unlocked?
Oh, we never locked the doors.
You never lock your doors? Why?
He said it wasn't necessary.
He said it wasn't necessary.
He didn't even know we had keys to the house till 3 or 4 months ago.
How long did he own the house before you?
He bought the house.
He bought the house after you were married?
Oh, yeah, before we were married.
Okay.
3 or 4 months before we were married. And he lost the keys. He said not to worry about it. He never looked the doors. And we've never had any trouble with it or anything.
Let's talk a little bit about him. Did he have any enemies, any problems with any of his contracting work going on, any disputes? Would he share that with you if he did?
I think so. He shared a lot with me.
Okay.
He didn't. I did not always understand the business end of it. He just tried to help me learn what we do here and what we do there. But not that I know everybody loved him.
Okay. Danny?
Going along lines of problems, you said that he's developing his land and he's getting land easements and he's going to sell parts of his property. And then you also mentioned that he's trying to get to where he can distribute water or get water. How about any of the neighbors? Any neighbors have any problems with that, with him developing his land, or any neighbors have problems with him taking some of the water?
I don't think so. The water, he filed for rights on Canopy a year or 2 years ago, and he got that, but it's expensive to pull out. I mean, you file on it and get it, and it's not that expensive, but trying to get it out there gets expensive. I do know that on the property in the front, he hadn't completed the process enough to alert the neighbors, as far as I know, that we were going to be building over there.
So none of them are aware of that.
I'm assuming that's the last thing I remember, but I haven't actually kept up with that part of it.
How do you get along with the neighbors?
Fine. The only neighbors that we really kind of sort of know a little bit is standing in front of the neighbors with those kids stuck out in the yard to play them. But we don't really. He was kind of a hermit, In fact, he was really deciding if he wanted to finish the split on the property because he didn't know if he wanted a house that close.
And why does that not surprise me? You're talking the way you're describing things in your relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. Any firearms in the house? Any weapons? Any knives? Any?
I know he has 2. I know he's got a rifle.
Okay.
I think it's a .22 because he took it with us when we went hunting prairie dogs out there where the horses are. I prefer to gas them. He wanted to shoot them.
Okay.
We gassed them. He's got in a box. He's got in a box in the back of the closet a little teeny tiny handgun, and I think one is some kind of a target dart gun.
Okay. Do you know what caliber the little gun is?
No.
Is it like a Derringer gun or is it bigger than
It's
a Derringer?
little, it's smaller than your hand.
Okay, so it'll fit in the palm of your hand, but it's down in the bottom of his closet.
There's a shelf, and it's in the back in a box. He's got bullets and things back there. Because when he got his rifle out the other day, he decided I should learn how to use it. He showed me how to load it, made me pull the hammer back, which I didn't do. I kept sticking it, so I gave it back to him and said, "You're done. I don't do this." So I just put it where I can't see it.
And that's the 22.
No, that's a rifle. He's got another. I know in the front closet he's got a rifle, and he's got, I think it's a shotgun, but I'm not really sure. I've never looked at it.
Okay. So in the front closet, when you're walking in the front door of the house?
It's when you're walking through the laundry room door, it's a coat closet on the right hand side, just a little bit right here.
Okay. And what's in that closet again?
That is his .22 rifle and his shotgun.
Okay. So he was trying to teach you how to do the 22?
No, he was trying to teach me how to do the little gun.
Oh, the little gun. Okay.
Well, we had a couple snakes out there. I don't do snakes either.
I don't do snakes either.
No, and I said, yeah, he's with me all the time anyway when I go down there, so I don't need to do that.
Now, the 22 rifle, is it what kind of action does it have? Do you know what I mean when I ask you that? How do you load it? How do you?
I don't know. I don't,
When he's taking you out shooting, has he ever loaded it in front of you?
I think he loaded it before we left, and then he unloaded it when we got back.
Okay. Do you know if it was a bolt action 22?
No, it had a hole in it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So it had a lever. It was a lever action.
Mhm.
So it would eject.
Oh, I don't know what it does. I just know that it looks like an old cowboy type gun.
Okay.
It's got like the rifleman, you know.
Okay. Danny?
You mentioned that you've got a prenuptial agreement, and you mentioned that there's some china dishes. I think you said that he has. Does he have a lot of assets or financial to where that is an issue with his family as well?
You know, I don't know if it's an issue with him.
Is he a wealthy person? Does he have a lot of wealth?
It's all in dirt. It's not like he had a title company and he sold that like 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had a building in Delta that he sold. And then because he's kind of retired, I mean, that's her income. And he wasn't doing anything with it and didn't want to do any more upkeep with it, so he sold it. Just happened the right guy came along right as soon as he decided to sell it. He has 240 acres in Delta County, but it's all dirt, no water, and he's been looking into running electricity and water to it so that he can develop it or sell it in 40-acre tracts. Yes. But that's all kind of offset by investors that he owes and loans at the bank. So
That ever concern him financially?
he never let on if he had any financial concerns. There was a time when he told me to tighten up my belt, but I don't do a lot of spending. So that was right before he sold his building. And that's fine with me. I've lived on a lot less. So.
Any depression going on with Alan? Any anxiety about his financial dealings, about all of his, sounds like he had a lot of money tied up in investments.
If he did have any, he didn't tell me that.
Do you think he would have?
I don't know. He never, sometimes he tells me some, sometimes he don't. I think he doesn't. It's, I kind of like it that I don't really have to worry about the bills. He writes out all the bills and he pays everything. He just gives me a little bit of money and we have a wonderful life together. I mean, we do so much together.
You mentioned that the firearms, where they were placed in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody else know where those firearms are kept?
I don't think so.
Have you had any visitors to your house lately?
No. Not that I'm.
Okay, are you home most of the time, Miriam?
Not all the time. I mean, I have to run out to errands, but if there's anything going on, like him doing issues with his landscaper, I didn't think about that.
Landscaper, would that person have come to the house?
He always does.
He always does? Who's he?
RD Sprinklers.
RD Sprinklers, and who's the owner on that?
Ron, I think his name's Ron Davis. I've only seen him a couple times. I've never actually talked to him.
Ron Davis?
I think so. Alan, RD Sprinklers.
Okay.
Alan had been upset because our sprinkling system was not working, and they were supposed to winterize it 2 years ago, and then it broke. They wouldn't come back to fix it until he was on him and on him and on him, and they told him once he did fix it that he was going to have to replace trees and shrubs because it was beautifully landscaped at one time, and when it broke, we couldn't water anything, so we started losing. And we had a leak, and the leak ran down underneath the ground to the bottom of the property, the very bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was selling this. We had like a $600 water bill that month.
So, has there been any words exchanged between Ron Davis and Alan recently?
I don't know, because he's always handled that.
Okay. Anybody else that's been to the house?
He tries to keep most of his business away, away from the house.
Does that upset you?
No.
No? Not at all?
Gives him someplace to go.
Oh, okay.
Been trying to talk him into golfing quite a bit, because he used to golf all the time before he met me. So he's kind of gotten back into the swing of things. He wants to start golfing again. But, let's see, who's been out to the house? Surveyor came out to the house. Talking about easements and things. We have the utility easement that runs through the property, and it's not listed anywhere. So he's been using his attorney to find out what to do about it so that we can bring utilities like natural gas and stuff onto our property for the houses, including ours. And he had Dan Brown out, who's with QED, and Dan was the one that did the plans and the surveying. And I'm not exactly sure what came out of that, but I know that there was something wasn't done that was supposed to be done when we bought the house as far as recorded easements.
Who's his attorney?
He was using Joe Coleman, I think, for that.
For that, does he have more than one attorney?
Well, it depends on, not lately, but just for property, he'll use Joe Coleman.
Joe Coleman. Who has, what other attorneys does he have?
He has an attorney listed for his will, but I don't even know who that is. I'd have to look that up.
Okay. You don't know who that is?
No, I have to look it up. He's got it in his desk.
Okay, who did your prenup?
He wrote it up, and I signed it. I don't know what he did with it after that.
Okay.
It's probably a copy in the desk drawer too.
Danny?
Said he had prescription drugs. What kind of medical problems did he have?
He had high blood pressure. He quit smoking for cold turkey.
Did you quit smoking with him?
No.
No.
I couldn't do it quite like he did it, but he ended up having to go to the doctor because his blood pressure shot up. And then they put him on Wellbutrin because he was having some emotional issues with it, which they say is normal for that.
Okay.
Um,
Do you know how much Wellbutrin he was taking?
he's not taking it now.
How much was he taking?
Oh, I don't remember. I just know that he quit taking it.
He quit taking it just all of a sudden?
Yeah.
When do you think the last time he was that he took the Wellbutrin?
I don't know. I just remember asking if he needed a refill on it about a couple weeks ago, and he said he quit taking it. So
And which prescription were you picking up at?
I was picking up his blood pressure medication.
BP? Okay, and do you know what he was taking for that?
Oh gosh, I'd have to look.
Okay.
I don't keep track of what I just keep.
Who's his doctor?
Dr. Moats,
MOAT,
MOTC.
MOTC.
Where's Dr. Moses' office?
He's got two. He's got one in Fruta and one on the Redlands.
And he would have been the same doctor that prescribed him the Wellbutrin and the blood pressure and everything.
Right.
Okay. You mentioned earlier, I may have missed it, but you said he had 3 daughters. Did he have any sons?
Oh yeah, he has a son, Alan Jr.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Where's Alan Jr.?
We think he's in Alaska.
You think he's in Alaska?
His last well-known position was Alaska.
When was the last time you saw him?
He wasn't really on good speaking terms with Alan Jr. He was supposed to be coming with Christy. He was supposed to be going to Denver and coming with Christy this weekend, on Friday or Saturday. And he was only going to allow him to stay 3 days.
How long is Christy staying?
As long as she wants.
Tell me more about Alan Jr.
He has had, in the past, he's had problems. He's had run-ins with the law. He's been driving without a license for quite a while. Alan supported his daughter-in-law when her daughter-in-law's new husband wanted to adopt Alan Jr.'s daughter, one of the grandkids. And he knows it upset Alan Jr. He said, but he was such a basket case that there was no way he could allow Carrie to grow up with a father like that. In fact, I think that was last year. I didn't think about Alan.
Why didn't you think about Alan? I'm curious.
Because he never really talks to me about him. It's kind of a disappointment to him. And he was really kind of upset that he actually wanted to come up because we had planned on coming up. We were supposed to meet them halfway on Sunday, pick her up and bring her to the house. And his son called and said he was coming in to be with his sisters and all, I guess.
His son, meaning
Alan Jr.
Alan Jr. was coming in. Okay.
And but he called him and asked him, how long are you going to be here or whatever. But Alan Jr. told him the reason that he was only going to stay for a couple days, or they worked it out that way, was so that he could finish off some jail time in Gunnison. Now I don't know anything about that. I just know that that's what he said. And Alan tries to keep him at arm's distance because there's always a fight or something that goes on when he's there.
So the last time Alan talked to Alan Jr. was when?
A week and a half ago.
And that was when he was alerted that he was going to come down.
Right.
Okay. When was he supposed to arrive?
Well, he'd made arrangements to drive from Denver with Christy.
Okay.
But I haven't heard any more about that.
Do you know what he'd be driving?
She was going to get a rental car, and I think he was going to ride. But if he does drive, I don't know.
You said he doesn't hold a valid driver's license.
No, that doesn't mean he doesn't drive.
Correct.
Yeah. He just went to Alaska one day, and nobody really knows why.
How long ago was that?
That was 3 or 4 months ago.
What was the relationship between Alan and Alan Jr. 3 to 4 months ago?
Same.
Same
It's been
distance?
that way for many years.
Okay, kind of
Very
stay apart.
distant.
Okay. Does Alan Jr. know where you guys live now?
Yes, he's been there.
When was the last time he was there?
He came out about 2 months after we got married. Alan had wanted him to be his best man at the wedding, and he never would call him back or do anything to be there. And it wasn't because of me, that's just him. And he didn't know from 1 minute to the next if he was going to show up. So we ended up telling him he couldn't come because he can't be in the same vicinity with his daughter. There's a restraining order out. So that's why when we said we're going to bring up, and he said he was coming down, we had to cancel her being there because he's not supposed to be around her at all. And we wouldn't do that to her. She doesn't need to see him.
Okay. How old is Alan Jr.?
I think he's in his 40s.
40s. So he's the oldest of the siblings?
I could be wrong about that, but Alan talks about him so rarely that, except whenever there's an issue,
Have you ever witnessed any fights between?
No, he was on his best behavior. Alan only let him stay for 1 night, and then he packed him up and took him to Gunnison. He didn't want him around.
Okay, and he was supposed to be doing some time in Gunnison?
That's what he said.
So Alan took him to Gunnison?
Oh no, this was the first time he came to the house.
The first time he came to the
Yeah.
house, which
Yeah,
was right after you guys got married.
Right, but we haven't seen him since. His daughter Wendy was supposed to come in this weekend, and she won't come because Alan Jr.'s coming. There's some real animosity there. I do know that Alan Jr. stole from him to support his drug habit.
What was his choice?
They said it was meth, but I don't know. This is just what I heard.
Okay. How bad of a problem?
Bad enough to where he hasn't had a job in a long time. He does some computer work on his own, and he makes a little money from time to time, and he can't keep a job.
How was Alan expected to get from Alaska to Denver?
I don't know.
Don't know.
That never came up.
Because that's a fair piece of travel.
Yeah.
And then to Grand Junction.
We don't even know how he got to Alaska. So
Has he ever done any, other than the time in Gunnison, has he done any other jail time that you're aware of?
I think he has. I don't know much about it. I know that with his divorce and stuff like that, he did some jail time. I don't know all the intricacies about it. I just know that every time that Alan Jr. would call, Alan would get kind of bristled.
Define bristle.
Not mad, but very cautious. Kind of like the hair goes up on the back of your neck when something happens, you're not sure.
You ever talk about any concerns about Alan Jr.? Him showing up unexpectedly?
Yeah, he would. I think he's told him in the past, don't show up unexpectedly, because he really didn't want him to know where we lived at. But I didn't know, and it was his son, and I told him, I said, well, all he wants to do is go fishing with you. And he goes, no, he wants something else. And I said, well, why can't you just take him fishing and find out what he wants? And he said, only for you. So that's what he did. He let him stay there that one night, and he took him fishing the next day, and then took him to Gunnison. And that was when he came to see us right after we were married.
Okay.
I've learned, I mean, he tried to be real guarded about that, but he bristles up pretty good every time he hears from him.
You ever express any concerns about any of his daughter's well-being or yours or his own well-being around Alan Jr.?
He's never really expressed it. And he's always said, if he's here, I've got to be here. Because if he does anything I don't like, he's gone. And he said, if he shows up when he's not announced, you call the cops. That's all he said. So at that point, I realized that, okay, this is not a place I should step.
Confused about Gunnison. He was expected to go to serve time in Gunnison after this next weekend, or was it he already served time in Gunnison?
Well, we never knew when he was telling the truth, so he said he was coming here because then he had to go to Gunnison and serve time.
After this weekend?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I wonder why he wouldn't have already served it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about that, but
And earlier you mentioned that the granddaughter was going through with the horse trainer, meeting the horse trainer at horses. Was that Adam's daughter? Or Alan's daughter?
oh no, it's Portia's, Josh's daughter.
Portia's and Josh's. Where does she live? Just live in Delta with Portia?
Delta with Portia.
Okay. How often do you see Alan's daughter?
At least once a week, sometimes twice. I talk to her about every day on the phone.
Danny, I want to step out for just a second. Okay.
You said that Alan tries to keep his work away from you, away from home.
Just
Right.
any meetings away.
Does he have an office somewhere?
He used to have one in Delta, but then we moved. He didn't want to drive back and forth. So most of the stuff he does, he needs to go to the other person's office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes he drags me along with him.
Okay. When were they expected to come this weekend? What day?
Portia was gonna come up, bring the girls Thursday night to spend the night. And then Christy, I believe, is supposed to come Saturday.
And Alan was supposed to be with her.
Right.
You mentioned that he always has about $500 in cash on him. Does he keep a large amount of cash or valuable somewhere at home? Does he have a safe or something at home?
He kept his rings and watch in my jewelry box.
Where was that?
On my dressers, a box on my dresser.
Do you know if it was still there?
I didn't know.
You didn't look. Okay. You said when you went to the Chinese restaurant and Alan didn't show up, did you go inside the Chinese restaurant?
No, I sat in the car.
You sat in the car outside of it? Okay.
There was hardly anybody in the parking lot, so it was easy to see.
Okay. And then the liquor cabinet, is there just, how often do you guys drink? Do you and Alan drink?
I rarely drink at
Mhm.
home, but Alan has a drink every night.
Every night, what does he drink?
Either Crown on the Rocks or Jack Daniels, and
So he has a drink every night. Does he get intoxicated every night?
he can.
He can. Okay.
He's funny when he drinks.
Is he happy drunk? You mentioned a couple life stressors. Any other life stressors you can think of that he has that he shared with you? Any financial problems? You mentioned he's selling his property and stuff. Is that any other life stressors?
Actually, that's not stressful. I mean, he's always got to have a project.
Okay, so that's just a
Yeah.
thing he does. Okay.
I know he has a note due at the bank Yeah, I don't know any more about than that. That's something he.
And you mentioned you had a jewelry box, there's these china dishes, and was there any other valuable things in the house?
I have 2 jewelry boxes, one with costume jewelry in it, and that's in the bathroom. But his stuff was in mine in the bedroom. As far as, we just didn't have that much, you know. We were very simple. We didn't, I tried to teach him how not to be a clutterbug. When I met him and we had to clean out the house when we moved, took us like a week to clean it out.
I think I heard that someone told me of dogs. Are they outside dogs or inside dogs?
The lab is an outside dog,
Uh-huh.
but he's not a watchdog.
Okay.
The UPS guy has to check and make sure he's not in his truck when he drives off.
Okay.
And my 2 Shih Tzus aren't watchdogs. They're just happy to see you.
When you got home, were they outside or were they inside?
They were outside.
All 3 of your dogs? Okay, were they outside or inside when you left?
They were outside.
They were outside.
He doesn't like for me to be in when I'm gone.
Okay.
So I close off the laundry room so they can get into the laundry room and get water and food. They like to mess up the floor when I'm not there.
I think little dogs do. Okay. You said his wallet was on the floor. Does he normally have his wallet on him?
He usually keeps it on his desk. And if we go anywhere together, he usually puts it in my purse.
What does he do with it normally when he goes alone?
He just throws it on his desk.
Okay. When he leaves the house?
He just takes it with him. I mean,
Does he normally put it in his pocket or does he normally...
he leaves it on the seat when he drives and then he'll put it in his pocket when he gets home.
When he gets out? Okay.
It's too thick to smell.
Okay. Was it open or closed when it was on the floor?
It was open. It had a zipper. It's one of those cloth zipper type.
Does he normally keep his cell phone on him?
Uh-huh. And he likes the color pink.
The color pink. Is that his cell phone is pink?
He bought a pink cell phone.
Have you noticed anyone, not maybe necessarily on your property, but maybe around your property, as you mentioned, anyone around your property, or anyone, any problems with anyone at all?
No, next to our property, there's a open space for people to walk in from the subdivision. Sometimes we see people in there. And then occasionally on the other side of our property, we'll see people, or maybe some of them, I don't know, but walking around, doing whatever they're doing over there. But we don't ever see anybody from the houses in the back coming down or anything.
So no one that was out of place or caused any problems?
No, I mean, we keep an eye out, especially even when people are walking in the open space.
Okay.
But it's always the residents of the subdivision.
Just going along lines with the finances and the prenuptial agreement, you know if there was a will? He had a will?
He says he has a will. He's got a file in the file cabinet, that where things should go.
That in his desk?
In his desk.
One of the,
And it's got instructions in there. Trying to think. The only thing I know that he told me was that everything would have to go through the attorney he had listed there, and it would have to go to probate, and then we would have to pay off his investors and banks and everything out of that.
you know when he got that?
Got what?
When he got the will?
No, he made it up like right after right around the time we got married.
Okay.
I haven't actually seen it, but I do know he's got it in his drawer.
How about a life insurance policy?
He's got 2, and they go to his estate. So everything goes to his estate to pay everything off.
Okay. Do you know, reference Alan and the adoption, and you said that he supported the mom in that adoption and not Alan. In what way did he support her?
I think he went to, not sure about this, but I think he went to Denver he wrote a letter to the judge and told him that his son had no business being a father, that he should definitely grant the adoption to Sam.
Do you know if any threats or any real problems came from that?
I don't know. He didn't really say. I just know he said it made his son angry and he still blames him for it.
And how long ago was that?
That was a couple years ago.
A couple of years ago. Have things kind of calmed down a little bit since then that you've noticed?
Well, I've never actually seen them at odds, like, he tells them like it is. He doesn't really give them a chance to argue over anything because he doesn't want to give in to what he wants. He knows he's looking for a place to hang his hat for a while. He doesn't want to stay in our place. He went and stayed with Portia for a little while, but Josh had to finally ask him to leave. So I don't know.
Where does Portia live?
Delta.
Right, and then, okay.
But then he went back to Gunnison and
And you said he was going to meet Christy in Denver? Correct? And she's the one that lives in Seattle, Washington?
Right.
How are they going to meet up in Denver?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I just know she was going to be renting a car and he said he wanted to drive down with her.
Do you know how Christy was going to get to Denver?
I was assuming she was going to fly.
Fly.
Yeah.
And you said Wendy lives in Denver?
Right.
Correct. Where are they going to meet up with Wendy as well?
Wendy.
Wendy's the one that doesn't get along with Ellen. Okay. And wouldn't come because he was coming? Okay. Okay. Did you go into City Market to buy the drinks? You said you went to City Market and you had a...
Orchard Mason.
Mhm.
Buy a drink, yeah.
And you went in and bought a drink there
And cigarettes.
and then you called the horse trainer after you left, is that correct? Or was that? Okay. Okay.
Or it could have been before I left. I called her somewhere in there and sat there for a while, talked to her.
Okay. Anything that we haven't asked you that you think would be important for us to know?
I can't think of anything.
You need another drink? We have soda, we have water.
And I missed part of what Danny was talking to you about Miriam. I know we asked you a lot of questions about Alan Jr. Can I ask you, let me back up. I guess I'm kind of not clear about yours and Josh's relationship. And so tell me about his relationship to Portia.
Josh's?
Yeah.
Oh, it's from what I know, he's very private, very quiet. From what I know, it seems fine.
Okay.
I know that Alan was kind of beating on him for a while for him to get a job.
Okay.
Because he wouldn't get a job. He wanted to stay at home, and it was really taxing Portia.
Okay. And is Portia employed?
Yes, she took over Alan's mortgage company. He had a small mortgage company, very small, and she took that over.
Okay. So Alan was putting some pressure on Josh to get a job, and I guess you said he worked for Halliburton, and do you know which Halliburton site he works out of?
I think he's a cement truck driver or a dump truck. He's a truck driver of some kind. So I think he has to be within 20 minutes of the location. So I think it's the main office that he works for.
On 32 Road?
Right.
Because that's my impression that that's the main office, because that seems to be.
I'm assuming. I have not actually gotten into a conversation with him over it. He's very private and he's very quiet. And so he talks when we talk, and he's good. But just going out of his way to say hello, things like that, took me a while to get used to that. He was just a very quiet person.
So Josh has to be within 20 minutes of call time for service.
Right.
So he's on call.
Right.
And that's 24/7, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Okay. You said, when was the last time he worked?
I know Portia told me he came home over the weekend. They gave him 24 hours off, and then he went back to work. And so he went home to Delta for that time, and then he went back to work, and then he came home last night.
Okay, so he came to your house on Seminole Road last night. What
Yes.
time did he get there?
He got there probably around 4:30.
Okay, in the
Because-
afternoon.
I only noticed it 4:30 because we went down to feed the horses and his truck was there.
Okay.
It's pretty quiet down there. You can't really hear anything going on. So if you got there earlier, I might not be aware.
Okay. So, he has a cell phone. Is it a company cell phone or his private cell phone?
I think it's just private.
Okay. Did I ask you if you remembered his phone number?
I have actually never dialed his phone number. That he reserves that for Portia and the girls, and we never really need to call him if we need anything. We just call Portia.
Okay. Would it be on Alan's phone? Do you know?
No, he doesn't call Josh.
Doesn't call Josh either?
No.
Okay. So he comes home last night about 4:30, and you guys don't see him at all?
Mhm.
Okay. And tell me about last night's events then. Josh gets there, you guys feed the horses, you see his vehicle there. Where is his vehicle parked?
It's usually parked behind the house.
Okay.
Down on the lower level, like.
I got another piece of paper. Okay.
This is the house. This is the front. And it's sort of 2-story. You can only see 1 story from the front. But
Okay.
It's 2-story in the back. And he usually parks his truck right here.
Okay, describe his blue truck. Long bed, short bed.
Normal. It's not like super long. It's not, I guess it would be long bed. It's not short.
Okay, is it king cab?
No.
Does it have a jump seat in the back?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's an old enough truck, it's just a bench seat in the
Yeah.
front? Okay, and the blue color on it, is it blue like that cup, or is it darker than that, or see the writing on the cup is a darker blue?
I'd say it's a little brighter than that.
A little bit brighter than that? Okay, so it's kind of a light blue in color?
No, it's not light blue. It's kind of but it's
a bright blue? Is that what you're?
maybe if you made that really shiny and lightened it up a tiny bit.
Okay.
It's not it's almost like a blue and royal kind of real.
Any writing on the truck or any different colored inserts in the truck? Sometimes on the outside of the vehicle, you'll see they'll be blue and then they'll have a white stripe on them.
I've never actually really looked at it. I just know it has a lot of junk in the back.
Okay.
Including a big for sale sign,
Okay, so there's a for sale sign on it?
like a property for sale sign.
Okay. Is the truck for sale?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm trying to, did you see Josh's vehicle parked at Halliburton's when you went home?
I didn't look.
You didn't look?
Mm-mm.
Is that something that you would notice if it was parked there?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen it parked there?
No, I never looked.
Okay. How long, and maybe I asked this, how long has Josh worked for Halliburton?
Only about a month. He just started.
Okay, so that might explain why you haven't seen it sitting there. Plus his on-call times. So his truck is parked here by the back of the house. How does he gain access into the house?
Through the door in the back, down the bottom. He has every bedroom has a set of double glass doors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not just one door, it's all the way across the house on the bottom and the top.
Okay. And are those glass doors locked?
No.
No? Okay. And from gaining access to there, can you gain the upper story on the house?
You have to, not from here, but there's this is kind of hard to explain. This is kind of reset back here, and that's his door.
Okay.
And this is a bedroom.
All right.
And he would have to come down this hall, and this is another bedroom here,
Okay.
which has its own doors here.
Let me ask you this, and I'm just going to identify these. And this is a bedroom?
Mm-hmm.
What's this area right here?
That's sort of recess. That's just that's kind of no area. It's a patio area.
Okay. So he would come into this room, and then there's access through this hallway
Right.
to the main level.
And then the steps, you'd have to go around and come back up the steps. The steps are right above us on the top.
Okay. Okay. Does Josh have any firearms in his?
I have no clue.
Never been down there?
I've never gone through his stuff. Or
Okay.
anything.
Do you do his laundry?
No.
No? Does he have his own washing facilities down there? Or?
He'll do his laundry upstairs.
Okay, in the main level of the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even do Alan's laundry.
I'm okay with that.
Well, that was one of our
Agreements?
agreements.
So he would come upstairs and do the laundry?
Right.
Okay, and then he'd just take it right back downstairs?
Right.
Do you know when the last time he was upstairs doing the laundry?
I think it was Thursday or Friday. It was Thursday night.
Okay, so you thought he was home Thursday night, and then did he go on a call at Halliburton? Or,
He probably did, but I don't remember when he's there and when he's not.
okay, so,
But I know he washed laundry up till about 10 or 11, I think.
on Thursday night?
Yeah.
Okay, then what happened? Was there any dialogue between Josh and Alan that night?
No, the only thing Alan did was tell him not to dump the lint on the back step. Make sure you put it in the garbage can.
Okay, so it was just
Which
general housekeeping?
That was the only conversation we had. And he just asked permission to wash clothes. And I told him fine. You know.
Okay. Did you see him Friday?
Let's see. Friday. Saturday. No, I didn't see him Friday.
Did you see him Saturday or Sunday?
No.
Okay.
In fact, I called Portia and I said, "Is Josh okay?" Because we haven't seen him all weekend. And she told me he had 24 hours. They give you 24 hours, but she didn't say what day, and I didn't ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What else can you think of about the truck? Do you know?
Yeah, I just know it's an ugly little truck. Kind of beat up.
Define ugly. Multicolored,
No,
dented.
it's one color. It's just, it looks beat up, and I guess when I say that, I mean, dented, and then I think, I'm trying to remember, I'm having a hard time. I think he's got some wood slats, like, on the sides.
Kind of like support boards, or like to increase the height on the box of the bed of the truck.
I think so, but I don't.
Let me ask you this: how long has he owned the truck?
For 2-3 years.
2-3 years. So he's had it a substantial amount of time. Okay.
They actually bought it from Alan at one time.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the truck.
Okay. I know, Miriam, out of all of the stuff that we've asked you, and we've asked you a lot,
Okay.
who would want to hurt Helen?
And I didn't think about his son, but I don't know how stressed he got with RD sprinklers, because I was not privy to the conversation. They were always talking downstairs when they would come over. At one point, RD sprinklers had some work done for us out on the side, and they asked for money up front, and he gave them half up front because he wanted to see a bill. Alan likes to see a bill before he pays you everything, and they never would provide the bill, so he never wrote a check. So finally, this past spring, or I think maybe March or April, they came over to talk with him about the other part of it, and they produced a bill for the other half. This has been a little over a year, so it's been tenuous back and forth
Okay.
to get that done. And I know he wanted him to replace stuff out there. I didn't stop to think about maybe that could be an issue.
Are we talking $1,000? Are we talking $5,000, $10,000, $50,000?
I don't know. He never really discussed the whole thing. He just kind of gave me the gist of it.
Ranking people that you found Alan to be tenuous with. Who would be number one? Who would be at the top of the list?
His son. I don't know anybody that he deals with professionally. He has a great rapport with. He's got such a dry sense of humor that it's funny after a while. Everybody else loves it. That's all I can think of. I mean, I don't know if we do that.
Danny?
What trucks or what vehicles are all supposed to be at the house right now?
The farm truck.
And describe the farm truck for me.
It's a little Dodge single cab.
Does it have a normal truck bed or how fun? So you say a little Dodge, like a
Well, it's like a compact truck.
Okay. What color is that?
It's a maroon color.
Okay. And that's the farm truck?
Yes.
Okay. What other vehicle?
His Chevrolet, which is the maroon and silver.
And how new or old is that one?
Well, he buys everything used. I don't know how old it is. I just know it's paid for.
I think it's a 90s, 80s, 70s. Could you guess a decade?
It's the 90s, I think. Yeah, it's not any
90s,
older
okay.
than I want to say 97, but I could be wrong. But his Oldsmobile might be a 97.
His Oldsmobile, that's the car that you drove today, correct?
Mhm.
Any other vehicles that are supposed to be there?
One's in the shop, but it's been in there for a month.
What's that?
It's a big Buick Roadmaster.
A Buick Roadmaster.
Mhm.
I'm assuming that's a car.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Not real familiar.
It's a nice plushy little car.
Okay.
It's just one of those big gas hogs that has a lot of room.
And you said that Josh drives a blue truck. What decade, what year would you think his truck would fall in?
I really don't know. I know he bought it from Alan 2 or 3 years ago, but I don't know what any more than that.
Is it older than
I've
the
only
other two
seen
trucks?
it like once before. See, they lived in Gunnison, so I never saw their vehicles till they moved to Delta. And then I never really looked at it because he kept it parked somewhere else because of the amount of parking at the house they have. So this is the first I've really seen it, so I've never actually really looked at it to see what model or maker year it is.
Okay. And do you get any frequent enough that your neighbors would recognize a certain truck that comes? No. You mentioned the landscapers. What kind of vehicles do they normally come in when they've been out there?
Oh gosh. One is RD has a white truck with a camper top, I think. I don't know, they call those camper tops. And then his assistant has a little black truck that looks like an S10, but I don't know if that's what it is. It's just that size.
Okay. Do you know anyone else that drives a blue truck other than Josh?
No.
Okay. How's the arrangements with Josh? Is he paying you rent to stay there, or is it just kind of an agreement?
It's an agreement until he finds another place to stay. Alan was hoping that he'd find like maybe a 1-bedroom or take his camper trailer and find a place to park it. He thought Josh was freeloading off of Porsche, so he didn't want him to, when the kids come home, they come home to stay, even though it's not his kid. He didn't want that situation happening, so.
Has that become an issue between he and Josh?
I don't think hasn't talked to Josh about it like that, but he has talked to me about it. So I don't think I know he's talked to Portia about Josh getting a job because she wanted to borrow money one time and he said no.
How much money?
He didn't say. He just let me know that that's what he was going to say. And he has their house that they live in now. He told them they could have that house and use the equity to buy a new house, but they have to purchase the house from him.
From him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the finances, how many bank accounts are there?
He's got, we've got American National Bank, one account.
A checking account?
Yeah. And then my dad's Junction account.
Your dad's Junction account?
Dance Junction. I have a dance studio downtown.
Oh,
but
okay.
we're trickling it down to closing. We teach ballroom dance,
Mm-hmm.
but we've been so busy with the horses and everything else that it's really more than I can handle.
And where's that account at?
It's an American
National.
National.
Is the checking account joint checking account?
No.
No, it's just Alan?
Just Alan.
Okay. Any other accounts?
No, I think that's it.
How about savings?
No.
No
You
savings?
bleed in dirt.
Okay. And your credit cards, there were 2, correct?
Uh-huh.
One, he had one and you had one?
Yes, that was in his wallet. The Bank of America was in his wallet. The white Bank of America card. I've got one, and then we've got a First Equity card, but I have that with me.
So the credit card in his wallet would be Bank of America, not
Right.
American National?
And then now he didn't like PIN numbers and cash.
Okay.
Back when they came in, he was all out. He preferred to write a check.
And that's the only credit card that he had, correct? Or he had another one?
That's the only one he had.
Okay. And then you have one yourself?
Mhm.
Okay.
Did you have any financial documents or anything in the house that whoever did this could get your personal information? I mean, did you have any credit cards or anything laying around at the house that
No.
that might be missing?
The only thing would be what he had in his wallet, so I don't know if it's still there. No, because he really didn't try to keep that. I mean, he tried to keep it bare bones, you know. He didn't like to manage too many accounts. I don't think there's anything you could get if you went through all his information.
Was the credit card just him or was it a
It's just
joint? Just him too? Okay. Sorry.
And I was very happy with that. So, he took very good care of me.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna start taking quarters out of the car. Because everything that he owned has to be sold up.
Even though you guys had a prenup, he didn't think about getting an insurance policy to help you out, should anything happen to him, or,
We didn't expect anything to happen.
I mean, sometimes when you get married, you have a joint policy, like for a husband and a wife, and they're each the beneficiary.
No, all we had was, the only thing we had really joint was health insurance.
Which was through who?
It's in my wallet. I've never had to use it. Assurant Health, I think.
Okay.
He was going to take out another life insurance policy to cover his investors, but his blood pressure would never come down. And he couldn't do it till his blood pressure came down, or he would have to pay astronomically at his age for that policy.
You said he was going to take out another insurance policy, so does that mean he has one?
He has one, I think it's for $100,000,
Okay.
and that goes to his estate. And then he has one for a lot less than that goes to his estate. And then he's got all of his properties. But he also has an investor that he owes $275,000 to. And then he has the bank note of $140,000 that's coming due. So I would hope that I could work with his attorneys. I mean, he has $100,000 in the bank, but I'm not on his checking account. So I have to work with his attorney to at least pay bills until I can help me figure out what to do.
Okay, and which attorney would that be?
I don't know, it's in his file folder.
Okay.
I never really asked him about that.
You talked about the firearms being in the house. You said that the small one that was located in the master bedroom, or in,
Master bedroom closet.
okay, you guys shared the same bedroom?
Mhm.
Okay. Describe it to me. How, you said it fits in the palm of your hand.
He had it in a little bag. The
Okay,
little bag was about this big.
all right. Did you ever handle that firearm?
I did. He tried to show me how to load it, but I
Okay.
never could pull it back far enough to do whatever had to be done.
Okay, did it have a slide on it then? Okay. Do you know what caliber it was?
It was little. That's all I
Little?
know.
Okay.
I don't know enough about.
And understand, Miriam, we're looking for things out of place.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking for things that are missing.
Yeah. It was kept to appease me. He slid it back in the corner.
Okay,
The bedroom closet was long,
okay,
and it had shelves back here, and a shelf over here, 2 shelves. He slid it back in this corner here. It should be in a box with a bunch of bullets in boxes.
okay,
And then together with that is his little dart pistol or whatever that was. I've never seen any darts, but it was in like a shoebox.
okay. Where is your master bedroom in the house using this diagram? Where's,
Okay, it's right here.
okay. So it's actually at the opposite end. Where's the garage?
The garage is here.
So this is the master bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the garage.
Mhm.
Okay, and where did you access the house? Where's the door that leads into the house?
Right here.
Okay, so this is, and I'm gonna just draw a slant line here to give this a door appearance.
Mhm.
Okay. So you come in, okay, and in relationship, master bedroom's on the main level, is that correct? Where is this scenario right here? Where is Alan in the house in relationship to the master bedroom and garage?
Master bedroom is, there's a bathroom here. Come down a little hallway here, because this tucks into the side of the wall here. And it's right here.
Okay, so this is the desk area,
Mhm.
and I'll just
Well,
clarify that.
desk area here, desk area
Right.
here, if it's on the corner.
Okay.
And it's kind of recessed back. It's also got double doors here, so I want to say it's recessed back because here's a door here, right there, to go out on the porch with.
Okay,
Porch goes all the way around.
so a porch actually goes all the way around the house. Trying to get a timeline. You said you left at what time this morning?
About 8:15, 8:30.
And you put the first phone call to him about what time do you think?
9 o'clock, I think.
About 9 o'clock. Okay. And you were at,
Was coming. Was right about Walmart.
okay, let me clarify which Walmart. I guess we've
Oh,
got
the one
big-
on North.
on North Avenue.
Mhm.
Okay. So you went to that one on North Avenue. Okay. I kind of forget sometimes that we're big enough now that we have several Big O's and Walmarts. Okay. So you call him at 9 o'clock.
Mhm.
And any other phone calls to him after that?
I made several.
Several. Okay. Do you remember where you were when you made those calls?
I know when I left City Market and he hadn't dropped off his prescription, I called him.
Okay.
Because I started to get a little confused at that point because he says he's going to do something.
Okay.
Then
Did you leave him messages or did you just
Yes.
call him?
I left
Okay.
a message.
Each time you called him? Okay.
And then the next time, jeez, was sitting at the Chinese place.
Okay. Did you eat lunch?
No, I don't like to eat by myself unless it's at home.
Did you wait out in the parking lot or did you go in?
I waited in the parking lot.
Okay.
It was really early, you know. Not many cars in there, and so I just waited out there because I knew I could see him drive in.
We talked about it briefly, just kind of touched on it, and then we went away. But we need to go back to it, and it's very important that
Okay.
you provide a lot of detail about exactly what you did and what you saw. When you came into your house and you saw Alan, you need to be very detailed exactly what you did and what you saw. And you told us you tried to wake him up. How did you do that? That's important.
Okay. When I went in and saw him on the floor, I thought maybe I didn't know. I was thinking a heart attack or stroke or something. So I ran over and tried to wake him up. I put my hands on his chest and tickled him and tapped him on the side of the face. And that's when I noticed he had blood coming down of his nose and under his neck. So I got my phone. I dropped my purse in the hallway, and that's where it was. I called, and they told me to go back in to check to see if he was breathing, and to try to give him chest compression, CPR to empty his mouth and nose out. And
How did you do the
told me to
empty his
turn his
mouth
head.
up?
So I turned his head. Sorry.
It's okay.
Are you going to throw? Try short? You're gonna try not to? Do you want me to get a trash can just in case?
Yes, please. In his mouth. It was like bloody liquid. And he had blood coming out of his nose. I was trying not to think about that. And so it told me I had to do it 400 times. The chest compressions and the, I know the word 400 came up somewhere, but breathing twice and then chest compressions, so I kept doing it. And I could hear him on the phone, the emergency person, while I was doing it, so it was, and it wouldn't work.
You were giving him breaths during the CPR.
Mhm.
You mentioned that he did have blood coming out of his nose. Did you wipe him off with anything before you did
No.
that, or?
No, it was running down the side, and
Okay.
I just turned his head to the side, put my hands on his chin, turned his head to the side. Because if we did do the CPR, it wouldn't have worked with fluid in his mouth. So, and then the officer came in. I don't know how long I was doing that. I just know I was doing it.
And you did give breaths, or you weren't able to give breaths?
I gave as much as I could.
So you did give
Yeah.
breaths, and okay. And you gave chest compressions, and the officer came in. Okay. Did you notice any injuries on him other than the bleeding? Any injuries on his face or
His eye looked black and blue.
his eye looked black and blue? Which eye?
So left eye.
His
Or
left
it's
eye.
like his eyelid.
It's okay. I know that was difficult, but it's very important. Since then, have you washed your hands or washed anything on you since then? No? Okay. The reason I'm preparing you for that is we are going to have to do a test on your hands. It's just a test for like a residue if you're around where a gun was shot. So I wanted to prepare you for that. Okay.
I haven't washed my hands, sadly enough, since we fed the horses this morning.
Okay. And the only other thing I want to prepare you for is we are gonna have to get a change of clothes for you because I noticed there is some blood on your clothing. So we're gonna have to get them. But it's okay. We'll take care of that. So that's just preparing you for things to come. Okay? Thank you.
It sounds like Alan kept you pretty much at bay, reference about all the going on between family and finances and everything.
Pretty much, he let me know what he thought I should do.
Okay. Were you okay with that?
Yeah, I was. The only thing that I really ever did for him, for his business, was he got the flu for a couple weeks, and I called his engineer and took care of some things with the engineer, and then he would take me back into the office when I had to talk to his engineer. That was mainly it. No, he didn't want me to be his secretary.
Did you guys ever go on any trips or anything? Where'd you guys go?
Lake Powell.
Lake Powell? Lake Powell?
Yeah.
And you have a boat down there?
He has a cabin cruiser down there.
Okay.
It's a Bayliner, but it's like a 1989 Bayliner.
An older model one? But it has sleeping compartments on it and everything. When was the last time you guys were down there?
2 weekends ago. We were down there with some friends.
Those friends that you were with, good relationship with them?
Yeah.
And who are they?
Bob Isom.
Bob Isom?
Isom.
Isom? Okay.
Of Delta.
Okay.
And then there was another couple, which I don't know very well, he's known. And I don't know their last name.
Okay. Would Alan confide in them if there were any problems?
Probably not.
If Alan were to confide in anybody, who would he confide in?
I don't know. I've never. He's very private, kind of hermity, and I've always talked to him about being a hermit. You know, we need to get out in public a little more, have your friends come over a little more, and do things, because he's just very comfortable sitting on the deck, having a couple drinks, and enjoying the view and relaxing.
It sounds like you did a pretty good job if you went with 2 other couples to Lake Powell.
I had to talk him into that.
Hard time doing that?
Well, we didn't plan on meeting up with them. We went. We knew they would possibly be there, so I had him drive around to the marina to find them. There was an open slip, so I had him pull into the open slip and just kind of made it my mission to stay there so that he could socialize a little bit.
Was it painful for him to socialize?
I don't think so. He kept asking her, "Are you ready to go yet? Are you ready to go? Like, find our own little place?" But I said, "No, I kind of wanted to get to know Peggy a little bit more. He's been really good friends with Bob, but I've never really gotten to know Peggy, Bob's wife.
So it was Bob and Peggy Isom then? And you don't know the other couple? Does Bob and Peggy know who they are?
Christy and Phil, that's all I
Okay.
know. I don't know the last name.
Okay.
I'm really bad with names. I mean, if I don't write them down or figure some kind of word association, it's hard for me to remember.
Okay. Guess what questions do you have for us?
Well, I was gonna say, when do I get to go home, but I don't know if I want to.
Probably not for a while. We can give you a call when we're done with the processing of the scene, because it's very important that we
Oh,
get
yeah.
that processed. Do you have a place where you can stay, or a number where we can reach you at after you leave here?
Well, I didn't drive.
Okay? We can get you to wherever you need to go.
Everybody's in Delta. The deputy's not here.
Would Portia come get you?
Somebody would have to call and tell them what's going on. I mean, they're gonna have to find out anyway, but I don't know if she should be driving.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if she should be driving.
You're probably.
I'm just trying to think of somebody that's would affect so much that,
What about Bob Isom or Peggy or as far as friends, who
Bob.
could help you? Bob.
Alan told me that if anything ever happened to him, like in life, if he got sick or anything like that, that if I ever needed somebody to call on, it would be Bobby. He goes, he'll take very good care. He said they've been friends for life. He said he'll do whatever it takes. He said because I've taken care of him, you know.
Okay.
So I don't. Bob's number's in my phone, but I don't know the number right offhand.
And what does he do for a living?
He has a company in Delta. Oh, what is the name of it? He does those things for the mining industry, so steel work, ISI or ITI or something like that.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Meredith, his sister, Elena's sister, Meredith.
Whose sister?
Ellen.
Okay. Where does Meredith live?
She lives on. Oh heck. I'm losing it. Meredith. What is her last name? I just always known her as Meredith. There was a fellow that ran for word association, I can't remember that. A fellow that ran for property assessor. He didn't make it, but I think his name started with an O. I think that's her last name. Meredith, Texas Street, is there a Texas Street?
There is a Texas Street. Do you know if it's close to 30 Road or is it closer in town or?
It's, I think we get to it off of 12th.
12th Street?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I know that you asked me a lot of questions, I just happened to think about it. You asked me a lot of questions about where I've been.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have all the receipts in my pocket.
Okay. Do you mind?
Oh, I don't know if they're all here, but I know that. And I still have groceries in the trunk of the car. And somebody's got to feed the overseas. Ken. I'm sorry, I'm bad about this. Walmart. City Market. You should see my purse.
I think that's true in all of our worlds.
And Hastings. I didn't get a receipt from Mesa.
You got the big carrots, didn't you?
The huge pack.
Okay. What do you use the skin tastic on?
Bugs. There's a lot of mosquitoes down there this time of year.
All the water and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, you said you had a water
In
table
fact,
problem. I saw
And I
those.
have
And
them
those.
here and here, everywhere.
Okay.
On my side.
Did Alan have any injuries? And sometimes we have to ask these questions. Did Alan have any old injuries that were? Did he bump his head when he's feeding the horses? Did he do anything that? You're laughing.
Ran into the garage door the other day.
And what part of his body did he hurt?
He didn't see that it was only half up, and he bam. But I don't think he hurt himself. I
Okay.
just happened to remember that. I remembered it was funny.
And what day did he do that?
It would have been, oh gosh, I don't remember. I think it was right before we went to Lake Powell.
Okay, so that's been a couple of weeks ago. Okay. So if there was any trauma to his eye area,
Oh no, it
any,
wasn't.
and it wasn't,
Yeah, no.
that wasn't anything that he had prior to.
No.
He didn't do that this morning.
No,
Okay.
he didn't have any issues. No.
So, just for clarification, how much money did he have in his wallet when you left?
I know he gave me $200,
Okay.
so I'm thinking he had about $300 in there, give or take $1 or $2.
Okay. So you're thinking, how much money did he give you?
200,
He gave you 200, and he had how much left then?
300.
300 left. Just count out what you got in your pocket, real quick.
I had some besides the 200, but
And I can understand that. Just in the bills is fine.
okay.
Okay.
And I had some 20s, so I had to break one of his hundreds with the Walmart, I think. I'm not sure where I broke it at. I didn't spend much money. did I?
You didn't.
I'm
You're a good shopper. So you have 185, 86, 87,
Mhm.
and change.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to hang on to those.
You are? Okay. Oh, you mean the receipts?
Yeah.
I thought you meant my money.
No.
Okay, good, because I think this is all I have for the moment.
And I was just gonna say, you might wanna leave that out, because we're gonna have to take your pants, because I can
Oh.
see some reddish stain right there.
Some of it could be barn too.
Some of it could be what?
Barn,
What kind
I
of,
don't-
what do you mean for barn?
like when we clean up after the horses, manure, But I don't think that is.
I don't think that is. Do you mind standing up and turning around? Your shoes, were you wearing those this morning? Or when did you put those on?
I've been wearing them since we went to the barn.
Since you went to the barn?
Yeah.
Could you turn around for me? Okay. Just keep all that. And I think Investigator Norris is going to get the GSR kit. And all that's going to determine as to whether or not you were in the vicinity of a fired weapon. And then your clothing. Hold out your hands for me. Okay, turn them over.
They're dirty nails, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I understand that. Grew up on a farm myself. That's an old injury.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
I did that at Lake Powell.
Did you? Well, it's taken a while to heal.
Yeah.
Sometimes that
I
water.
did that and that at Lake Powell. And that's the Lake Powell issue.
Boy, those mosquitoes are voracious up there, aren't they?
I've never seen them that big. They're like huge this year.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see where Danny is.
Oh, jeez. I thought I had Meredith's last name.
But you think it's off 12th Street? 12th in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on in, Dan.
She's gonna try to get you some clothes to change into.
Okay.
So she wanted to ask you about sizes and stuff.
I just need to know what size this is. 12. Okay. That's 12 and probably a little large. Okay. Is she okay with shoes or?
No, probably taking them to if they get like flip flops or something. I don't know.
Okay. What size shoe do you wear? About 9.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. This is the kit I talked to you about with your hands, and what it looks for is just like gunshot residue, gunshot powders, kind of traces of gunshot. That's what it looks for. And normally we do this pretty standard anytime a weapon's involved. And
Police perform a gunshot residue test on Miriam.
Go first.
uh-huh.
Oh, would that show up?
Not this past weekend, it wouldn't.
Okay.
Have you washed your hands since then?
Yeah, got it.
Pretty much if you wash your hands, I think it takes care of it. Did you hold any weapon at all today?
No.
Were you around any weapon that was fired today?
No.
No? Okay.
I just didn't know.
That's kind of what it looks for when you, when a weapon is shot in the vicinity, the powder and all kinds of the chemicals come out of the weapon when it's fired. You've seen the kind of smoke that leaves the barrel when it's fired.
Mm-hmm.
Those chemicals go out into the air, and that's what this is picking up.
Okay.
Okay, give me just one moment. We'll be right back with you. Get you a drink. Okay.
Tired? I'll bet you are. It's very, very draining. Did you ever change your name to Helmick? Or your driver's license?
I haven't changed my driver's license.
Where is your driver's license?
It's in my purse.
In your purse. And I forgot to ask you about the credit card that Alan gave you. Is that in your
It's in my
purse too?
too.
Okay.
I have a copy of my marriage certificate in my purse in case he gives me a check to go to the bank.
Ah. And on the marriage certificate, you took Helmick
Yeah.
as your last name. Did you keep it hyphenated? Did you do guiles?
No.
Okay. Sometimes ladies do that. You just went the old-fashioned way, huh? You know, you made mention that Alan's wife died. Did you know her?
No.
What was her name?
Sharon.
Sharon.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you know a Wendy?
Wendy Helmick?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's his daughter.
That's his daughter? That's one of his daughters?
Mhm.
Okay. Did I write Wendy down?
She's in Denver.
Okay. And how long have you known Wendy?
Since 2005.
2005. So you met her when you met Alan or before?
Oh,
I guess
after, because
Okay.
I had never been to Delta before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I always been there, but never really socialized with anybody. He had the girls to the house.
To which house?
To the house in Delta.
Oh,
He
okay.
lived in Delta. After we met, it was a little while after we met, and they had some things they wanted to divide up their mothers, and he thought it was time that he get it over with.
Sure.
He'd been putting it off, and he decided to go ahead and have them come over.
Were you guys married at the time?
No.
Not quite.
Mhm.
Yeah. How long did you get? How did you meet?
I taught him how to dance.
Really? Because you had you have the ballroom dancing studio.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a lost art, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's how you guys met.
Mm-hmm. I didn't like him.
You really?
No. I do this every time he came.
And would he ask for you? Or would he choose you?
Oh no, he was actually taking lessons from me. He
From
just
you.
would tell me that he couldn't,
Come on in.
you know, because he could see my legs.
Uh-huh.
So I wore clothes all over, and he said he still couldn't do it because he remembered what they looked like. He was just kind of
Flirtatious.
Yeah.
Huh. So you were teaching him ballroom dancing. How long did you guys date?
For almost well, a little over a year.
Over a year? And where'd you guys get married?
At the we had a big party at the convention center,
Which one?
the Two Rivers,
Two Rivers. Oh, wow.
because he had lots of family.
Uh-huh. That must have been a big get together.
Mhm.
Your marriage good?
Yes. He's a wonderful person.
Sounds like it. Sounds like he was very tight to the vest with some of his information, though.
A little bit,
I guess I would find that frustrating in my world, but
but well, if you don't know it's being tight to the vest, you don't know that you're not seeing anything. So I figured if you really had an issue, he would let me know. He never wanted me to worry about anything.
yeah. You know, you've been so open and honest about it. I'm assuming you've never had any contact with law enforcement. I mean, in an investigation, or have you?
The only contact I've had is in Delta,
Uh-huh.
and somebody tried to torch our car, and they thought I did it because I was the only one with him,
With who?
with Alan.
Oh, really?
But that's with the car that's being fixed right now, and but nothing ever came of it because we never heard back from him or anything. So.
So the car actually got torched in Delta?
Uh-huh.
Where were you when that happened?
He was selling his title company. Went up for the closing of his title company. It's on May 30th,
Okay.
and I went with him. And his car has a back gas tank.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from the back. You know, when it fills up from the back, not the sides.
Okay.
And I had just put gas in it like a couple days before, so it was full tank. And we went out there, and he closed on his thing, and I went in with him, so I was with him the whole time. Came out, and I was having a stomach issue pretty badly,
Mm-hmm.
and went back inside, and he was in the car and he smelled something, thought it was rings burning, so he turns it off, and then it got worse. So he turned it back on or didn't turn it back on, but he went around to see, popped the trunk, went around to see, and the rubber was burning. So it looked like somebody, while we were in there, had done that.
Wow. I guess we covered the issue of anybody that had problems with him here. What about in Delta? That seems like it's pretty significant.
Well, they said they had surveillance cameras up there. They were supposed to call us back and see what they said, because they asked me if I knew they had surveillance cameras, and I said no. And they said, well, what would you think we'll find? I said, I hope you find, whoever did it, because it was just us two in the parking lot. So I can see why they wanted to know.
Sure.
But he just closed on his title company, and I thought that would be a really stupid thing to do. He had a check for $120,000 in his pocket, and I'd want to burn it up. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
but he, that was it. I mean, there was nothing ever said about it after that, and they wouldn't call him back. He called a couple times to find out what was going on, if they saw anything on the video, and they never called back.
Okay, and there was video surveillance on the
That's what they
title
said.
company?
No, not on the title company, on the gas station across the street.
Okay.
They said that it came over, so that's what they said, but they never would get back with him.
Huh.
So.
Okay. So can you think of anybody over in Delta that had any problems with him?
Well, nobody knew we were coming. It was just a one-time deal. We don't ever go up there to the title company anymore. I mean, his daughter had taken over the mortgage company, and he remembers seeing a kid going through the parking lot, so he thinks it was like a random type deal. But I mean, we were inside the whole time, so I don't know.
So somebody had taken the cap off the gas tank?
They took a stick or a big like restaurant skewer
Mm-hmm.
and put some kind of gauze on it
Mm-hmm.
and stuck it down in the gas tank and lit it. And because the gas tank was full, nothing happened to it. It just caught the rubber on the outside, which just smoldered,
Wow,
So,
that's pretty significant.
yeah. So that was it, he called several times and never called back, so.
Huh. Probably have to follow up on that, Danny. See what happened there.
Yeah. He tried to call the chief of police and stuff like that, but nobody would ever call him back, so.
And that was Delta PD.
They're little blue cars, I guess that would be the.
What did Alan think about that situation?
Oh, we talked about it, and he was, first it was scary, because if we had not found it and I hadn't gone into the bathroom and we hadn't driven home, it would have probably burned a lot more on the way, and it would have been a worse issue somewhere along there. But after a while, he's sitting there, he couldn't think of anything, and he said it had to be random because he just,
Wow. How much damage did it do to the car?
about $800 worth of damage. So not a lot. The car's not worth but about $3,500, and of course the insurance company wanted to total the car.
Sure.
We wanted to keep the car because we don't have a car payment on it, and I'm good with no car payment, so we just went ahead and fixed it.
You said this was a one-time thing. And you guys were the only people that knew you were going up.
Mhm.
Did anybody else in the family know that you were going up to Delta?
I don't know. So it was back May 30th.
Okay. Of this year.
Uh-huh.
Portia would have known that you were coming up.
I don't know if he told her or not, because she wasn't in the mortgage company when we were there. I went down to check, and she and the girls went there.
Okay.
Because I figured I'd hang out with her. Well, he did his thing.
Pretty good friends with Portia.
What's your date of birth? Just want to make sure I have it right.
12657.
1/26/57.
Yes.
Okay. And one more, can I look at your hands again one more time? Okay, can you turn them over for me?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Hopefully you have clothes on the way. I'll check on that real quick.
Other suspicious incidents?
No, that's it.
Okay.
But
So it sounds like everything that was going on in his world, his business dealings, does that all go into the estate then? Which is, what does his will say, do you know?
actually, no, I don't, but I know that it all has to go to probate, so it has to be everything. And I know that his insurance policies say to his estate.
Correct.
He's got some money going to his kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I made sure of that, because they were there a lot longer than I've been. I was trying to be fair with them. I expect to do the same with my son. And let's see, if he's got any more than 2 policies, I don't think so.
Okay.
Everything's with State Farm, and
Okay.
there's insurance stuff coming in off the wazoo, but I think it's mostly cars and boats. Then his property, but that takes time to be sold.
Certainly.
I don't know how long it would take to sell the house, and I don't know what I do with my horses. I guess I'll have to sell them. They're actually mine, except for his.
Yeah. Is the house free and clear?
No.
No. There's still a mortgage on it.
And even if I got a job today, I wouldn't be able to make that payment.
How much is it?
It comes out to about $3,200, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a pretty substantial house payment.
Yeah.
Totality-wise, who do you think has the most to gain from this?
I don't know. I just don't.
Does Alan Jr., is he included in?
His daughters are, but he's not.
I'm sorry?
He is not.
He's
His
not.
daughters are, but he is.
His
daughter
daughter
is, but he is not.
Okay. Okay, and he has 3 daughters, Portia, Christy, and Wendy. Okay. And son-in-law, Josh. Okay. Wendy is divorced?
Yes.
Any problems with Wendy's ex-husband?
I don't think so.
Doesn't,
This was way before my time. So.
Alan doesn't talk about him?
No.
No contact with him?
I know he threatened to kill him one time.
Alan threatened to kill him, or
Not in front of me.
or he threatened to kill Alan?
Um,
Or mutual?
Wendy threw a big scene at Red Lobster, from what they told me, when she found him and his girlfriend, and while they were married. And she went home to live with her dad. She moved out and went to live with her dad. And they called, I think they said the Grand Junction police called him and said that, she really needs to, I guess he filed a complaint.
Mm-hmm.
And said that she needed to stay away from the area that he was in, or something, I don't know. And he said, well, she can go wherever she wants unless you have a restraining order. I don't know who it was that called. This was, I don't know how many years ago this was. And said that, but if I see him, if he turns up dead, you can just come looking for me. That's all he said. But I don't think he would have done anything.
Okay.
He was just angry at the moment.
And Christy is married in Seattle
To Jacob.
to Jacob. Okay. And how many children do they have?
None.
Newly married, or just no children?
No, they're the intellectual types,
Ah.
so they're waiting a while to have children.
Okay. Any suspicious things happen at Lake Powell?
No.
That's a good thing. Did you go to Lake Powell before the incident in Delta or after?
After.
After. Okay. Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah, it was really strange.
Had you ever seen that skewer before, or the gauze, or whatever they pulled out of there? Or
It looked like something that might come out of a hurricane lamp. You know,
the wick?
the wick in
Is that what you're
hurricane
talking about? Yeah.
lamp? But we didn't look into it further. I mean, we let them do that.
Sure. How much of the car burned? Come in. Come in.
Around the rubber around the license plate,
Uh-huh.
a little piece going up, and the lights, the brake lights wouldn't work.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, it was fine.
You could still drive it.
Yeah, we didn't have brake lights, so we took it right in to get
Sure.
it done. And I followed it in like right up on his bumper, so he wouldn't do anybody.
Okay. All right. Let's get you to the restroom, and I need to get some bags to take your clothing. If you want to hang here a bit, sure. Sure. I will make sure. I'll get those bags.
You okay? Getting there a little bit. What time is it?
Guess I could put my glasses on so I could read it. 4:20.
Oh, I have to feed the horses sometime tonight.
Yeah.
Because we got mom and baby, and she's got to eat. And,
Did you tell them that?
I thought there was more time in the day.
Where are you gonna go?
He has a sister, Meredith. I'm trying to think of her last name. There was a guy who ran for office, property appraiser, this last time. His name started with an O. And I can't think of it. But it's her brother-in-law, and that would be her last name.
I could probably find out for you.
Okay. Meredith. I think she lives on Texas Street. I know how to get places. I don't ever keep track of. Like,
Have they contacted any of the kids or family or anything?
Josh is probably going to find out when he tries to come home, but
What time does he usually get home?
I don't know. He's on call, so he may work 24 hours, he may work 10 hours, or he may work 30 hours, you know. I just didn't want it to be on the news before they found out about it.
I hope this stuff fits. I color coordinated you.
And I bought some perfectly good blouses this morning.
Well, these are nothing special, believe me,
Okay.
but they'll get you out of
They're
here.
not orange, are they?
No, they're red. Red
Oh,
clogs.
that'll work. These shoes smell horrendous, so they should have some fun with them.
I wear a 9, so I tried them on. It's a tight 9, but it's red. And then a pair of jeans and just a red t-shirt.
Okay.
So,
So,
and I bought stretch jeans because I know how I am. Sometimes they fit and sometimes they don't. So, yeah.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna step across the hall to the bathroom, and
yeah, leave my money.
I would trust it laying there, but I'll tell you what, why don't you just take it,
Okay.
and
I can put it in.
I was just gonna say, put it in the bag, and then we'll just do that the other way.
This card too.
Do I need to keep your card?
Yeah, please, if you would.
If you want to hang on to that while you're.
This series continues with the next set of interviews in this case, including a shocking police interview with victim Alan Helmick.